Hello, hello. Welcome back to Brutiful Journey. This is the space where self care meets self discovery. We like to say self care starts on the inside around here. And we are here to talk about building a life that you actually love to live. I'm your host, Jessica Brubaker. I am a therapist by day and a personal development junkie the rest of the time. And today we are diving into a truth that I think a lot of us need to pause and sit with. You are enough, just as you are. And it's okay if you want more. It's okay to reach for more. Yeah, both things can be true at the same time. So grab your coffee, your matcha, your water, whatever it is that you're sipping on today, and let's unpack this together. We actually hear you are enough kind of a lot. It's sort of everywhere. It's on coffee mugs, it's in captions. I've even seen it tattooed on actual humans. But if we're being honest, how often when you see it or hear it, do you actually believe it? A really good example that kind of fits here is in the idea of body image. I think that it can be really powerful for us to accept our bodies as they are. I really am a big fan of the body positivity movement. All bodies are good bodies, right? It's also okay for you to decide that you would like to start a workout regimen or eat a little bit different if you would like things to be different. And so that's a place where you can really say, I am enough, I am valuable, the way that I look or the size that I am doesn't actually impact my value. And I would like things to be different. I would like to feel different. I would like to live a different way. Those things can exist at the same time. And I want to pause and normalize this internal critic that we always have. We have been conditioned to hustle for our worth. We have been conditioned to work for our worth, to be everything to everyone and then some. And a lot of times that shows up in body image, a lot of times that shows up in career, a lot of times that shows up in parenthood. It's part of our brains. We are telling ourselves those things so automatically that it feels like truth. But being enough doesn't have to mean you have to earn the right to rest, earn the right to feel joy, earn the right to exist, earn the right to take up space. Worth is inherent. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back. Worth is inherent. You are valuable, you are worthy just because you exist. So I want you to take a second and breathe with me. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Say it to yourself. I am enough. Let it feel weird because it might. And I also want you to be open to receiving it. Let it land. I am enough just as I am. Did you hear that? Did you let it land? If you didn't, it's okay. That's probably why you're listening to this podcast because it is really hard to believe. And here's where it starts to get juicy because you are enough. You are enough just as you are. You exist and have value. And you're allowed to reach. You're allowed to dream. You're allowed to grow. You're allowed to expand. You get to want to be different and also know that you are enough just as you are. I think sometimes we have a fear of wanting more, a fear of seeming ungrateful, selfish, too ambitious. Some common examples of this might be a mom who really loves her kids and also wants a career. Or you can flip that and look at it like this: a woman who really wants a career and also loves her kids. A therapist or a nurse or a teacher who really wants to help others and also really wants a sabbatical. A woman who practices gratitude and still wants to lose weight, build wealth, start something new. She can be grateful for the things that exist right now and want things to be different. Wanting more does not mean that you are not grateful. It means that you're growing. And if that idea is existing in your head to want more, it means that you really want it. As you're working through this journey of both being enough and reaching for more, I want you to think about that like a concept: both and living. We do mental gymnastics. We jump through hoops, we do backflips to try to justify the growth that we desire, especially as women. What if your enoughness, the fact that you exist in enough just as you are, is the exact foundation that you need to expand? What if your enoughness is the exact foundation that can give you permission to reach for more? You can have gratitude for who you are. You can have gratitude for the things that you have. You can have gratitude for the opportunities that you've had. You can have gratitude for the items that you own, all while evolving into who you're becoming. Being grateful and growth are not mutually exclusive. I want you to think about a tree, right? A tree is both rooted and grows taller every year. You don't see a tree sitting around going, I don't think I can get taller because it will make my roots mad, or it will feel like I'm ungrateful for my roots. And in fact, as it grows, it often creates more roots that reinforces the foundation. Growth is an important part of life. Okay, I know what you're thinking. All right, Jessica, I'm enough. I get it. I do feel like I want more, but I don't really know what that means. And I don't really know how to get there. Here are some real life examples of what reaching for more can look like, even when you are sitting in a place of gratitude. Maybe it's signing up for therapy, coaching, or a personal development course, not because you're broken, just because you're building. One of the reasons why I chose to make content is because I don't think everybody's going to end up on a therapy couch. And although I think all humans would benefit from therapy, not everybody needs it. I do believe, though, we all need to grow. I think when we choose not to grow, we remain stagnant and it creates resentfulness for the people around us and even some of those things that we were once grateful for. So, taking a moment and saying, how can I build on this foundation that I have by seeking out a therapist, a coach, or a personal development course? And sometimes it's just reading a book. And again, I want you to go back to this is not because you are broken, there's nothing wrong with you, you're just building. Another way is saying no to something so that you can say yes to yourself. Y'all, boundaries are the most important piece of self care. That is my honest opinion. And I have a whole bunch of content about boundaries. But really, when it comes down to it, is we are so much more often saying yes to other people and accidentally saying no to ourselves. We're saying yes to opportunities that we don't totally want and saying no to the ones that we really do want. We're saying yes to meeting other people's needs, and by default, our needs don't get met at all. So that is a tangible, real life example of how you can reach for more. When there's an opportunity or a person needs something and it's not urgent, you can say no to it if that means saying yes to yourself. Also, decluttering your schedule. This is true for lots and lots of life things. Decluttering your schedule, decluttering your friendships, your closet, your car if you're like me. Making actual physical space can allow you to make space for the growth that is just around the corner. Reaching for more does not always mean doing more. Sometimes it just means being more aligned and decluttering your space, decluttering your schedule, decluttering your life can help make room for the things that are truly aligned to come in and take that space. I want to end with you are enough. Truly, on a coffee cup or not, you are enough. Right now, just as you are, as you exist in this moment, you are enough. And you're allowed to want more without apologizing for it. So I want you to take a moment and just reflect. Where in your life do you feel ready to grow? If you're in a place where you can, I hope that you'll say it out loud. What is one area that you can reach gently but intentionally without guilt, or at least without the guilt overtaking you? If those things feel approachable for you, I hope that you do them. That's it. You are enough right now. And also, those things that you just said out loud are worth your time and energy. If today's episode hit home for you, even just a little bit, I'd love to connect more. I'm going to tell you to go over to brutifuljourney.com or follow me on Instagram at Brutiful Journey. You can hop on my email list. I send really quick real talk reminders to stay rooted in who you are, like the tree, while you are reaching and growing, also like the tree, for the life that you want, for the life that you love to live. And if this one resonated, I hope you share it with a friend who's navigating that same tension between enoughness and growth. That's it for today, my friends. I hope you keep showing up for yourself. You are not too much. You are not behind. You are enough and you are allowed to bloom. See you soon. A little disclaimer. Although I am a licensed therapist, the content that is shared on this podcast or other platforms is for informational and educational purposes only. It's not a substitute for professional mental health care, diagnosis, or treatment. If you're struggling with your mental health, I strongly encourage you to reach out to a licensed mental health professional in your area. If you're in crisis or you need immediate support, please use one of the following resources: 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You just dial 988. They're there 24/7. The Crisis Text Line. You can text the word HOME to 741 741. The National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-SAFE or 7233. The Trevor Project for LGBTQ plus youth, 1-866-488-7386, or text the word START to 678-678. You're not alone. Support is available, and help is just a call or a text away. And another thing, you matter and you deserve that help and support.